What's up, YouTube? Quick video, but I'm holding my lighter in my hand because I just love holding things when I speak. And I also look like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Please don't pay mind to this. I know it's staring at you. Just stare back. That's all I could tell you. It's just a pimple on my nose that I couldn't help but pop, and now my nose is red. That's besides the point. 2020 is the worst year probably in the history of this country. It really is. And I don't find it funny. I laugh and chuckle and giggle and smirk when I'm anxious, which I think you guys can tell because if the screen is shaking or my chair behind me is shaking, that's because my legs are shaking. That's because I'm anxious. Yeah, Donald Trump is sick. He tested positive for COVID, so did the First Lady last night around midnight. He's going to be okay. First things first, he's going to be alright. You know, he just got transported to the hospital for, extra precautions to make sure, everything's everything's within reach. So if God forbid he would get into a critical condition, they'll have doctors and literally armies and armies of doctors. Trust me, this is the president of the United States. They're probably bringing in best experts from all around the world right now to the hospital, to Walter Reed. So I'm not all that worried about him. I think he's going to be all right. I think he's going to be, he's going to get through it. I remember probably around April or May. I remember watching a press conference with Kayleigh McEnany. Oh, I can't pronounce her name no matter what I do. I remember she spoke about his health because he was going to a checkup to a doctor, and she actually released his medical papers on Twitter, and I remember reading them. It all said that he was perfectly fine. He was in perfectly good health. He has no underlying medical conditions. He doesn't have any pre-existing conditions. He's a little overweight because the guy likes a Big Mac. You know what? I can't blame him. I like Big Macs too, and my ass is overweight also. But besides that, he's not in bad shape. He's doing all right. He wasn't taking any medication before this happened, except for when he took hydroxychloroquine and used himself as a lab rat. But besides that, he didn't really take any medicine. He took aspirins, it said on the medical form, but besides that, he's all right. So he's in great shape. He's in that age of danger. This is why I said we can't elect dinosaurs into the White House. We need younger people to run the country. But he's in that danger zone. But you know what? The guy's 74. I would have never put him. I would have never put him past 55. So I'm pretty sure he's all right. He's active. He's always working. He works tirelessly. He just non-stop always working. So the guy, if the guy's body can handle all that and can handle stress, can handle all this stuff that he's probably feeling every single day, then I think COVID will make no difference. I think he'll be all right. I hope he squashes COVID. My prayers go out to him and the First Lady. First Lady's locked up in the White House, unfortunately. Yesterday, I jokingly said, hey, well, at least he's not Bill Clinton, because can you imagine being locked up in quarantine with Hillary for 2 weeks? That would have sucked. But apparently now his supermodel wife can't even join him at Walter Reed. She's at the White House, and now he's over there with his right hand. But he's going to be all right. Potus is going to be okay. Wouldn't say don't panic. I'm not going to say worry. I'm not going to say panic. I think he's going to be all good. Mike Pence is negative. I was more so concerned, out of everybody, I was concerned with Kaylee the most, because she had cancer. She had breast cancer. So, I was concerned about her more than anyone else, but she's alright too. She tested negative, she said twice. She got tested last night and today. So, that's good, I guess. But I am pissed off. I'm pissed off at the left. The people, and I'm talking about regular people. I'm not even talking about the politicians or Joe Biden and his campaign, because I'm sorry, but patriots, don't get mad at me, but you know what? Hat tip to Joe Biden. The man came out, he came out and, he's expressed his sympathy for the president. Out of a show of respect, he took down all of his negative ads. And when he's campaigning, he's not standing there right now and saying, "Oh, look at Donald Trump, he didn't wear a mask, and now look at him." No, he doesn't do that. He's not doing that. He's standing there just telling people wear a mask. He's not using Donald Trump as an example. So hats off to Joe Biden. Thank you for showing respect and showing, trying to be a good example for your followers. But I'm sorry, but your followers are just brain dead. Same thing with the Democrats. Nancy Pelosi, Chuck Schumer, AOC. They all came out and showed sympathy and respect for the president. They're not mocking him or anything. And it gives me hope that maybe our politicians could get along somehow. And they are right now. They're actually working together on the floor in the House trying to pass this COVID relief bill to save our economy, because the stocks are tanking right now because of Trump being sick. And what's really pissing me off the most out of everything is just the people from the left and the media, and these blue check marks in Twitter. People need to realize this is your commander-in-chief and your president, and you're tweeting stuff like, "Oh, I hope he dies," or "Oh, why is he in a hospital? He should be dying in a prison." What? No. If you can't show the leader of the free world respect, then you don't belong in the free world. Get the hell out of our country and go back to wherever it is the fuck you came from and stay there. Because you do not belong here. You do not have the right to call yourself an American if you're going to sit there and wish the worst on the person who's leading the Americans. You don't do that. That's just wrong. And that's heartless, honestly. And, that's the problem with the left. It's, they did this when Herman Cain died. They did it when Donald Trump's brother Robert died. They said, "Oh, you got the wrong Trump." What? You guys can't show respect at all, ever. And yet you demand respect from everyone else. Okay, yeah, sure. Ever heard the term "one hand washes the other"? Together, they wash your face. Think about that. Because you don't just demand respect and then do nothing but disrespect everybody else. Like, that's not how it works. Respect is earned and given. It's not taken. And honestly, like, you guys are really, really, really messed up in the head to wish death on the President of the United States. You know, you guys do all that. Like, why can't you meme? Like, you know, he announced his contracting of COVID last night. I dropped like 5-6 memes about it, but, you know, rather humorous memes. Nothing that offends him or anything, but I made some memes, not gonna lie. But, you know, it's not wishing death on him. Even media, there's people from the media that are just vile, disgusting human beings that are saying some crazy thing. Like, New York Times released a post today that said, hey, if the president's sick, he can't be on the ballot, which means he's gonna have to forfeit. What? Use your head. What are you talking about? There's people on Twitter that are like with the blue check marks that are like professors from like Harvard and Yale and Princeton, like all these fancy universities and college, and they're all saying, I hope he dies. You shouldn't even have a teaching license. You shouldn't even be teaching kindergarten. How the hell are you a professor at Yale if you're saying stuff like that? No. You know, and that's one of the biggest, that's the reason why I'm one of the biggest advocates for education reform. We need to get rid of this teachers union. We need to eliminate it, and then we need to reform our education system fully, like full overhaul of the education system, because right now we got criminals teaching kids and students how to be anarchists and how to hate this country, and we can't do that. Unless you guys really, really, really want to be Venezuela, then go for it. But if you don't want to live like Venezuela, if you don't want to live like Cuba, if you don't want to live like every other communist country, Hong Kong, whatever, you need to change the education system. That needs to happen. That needs to be on Donald Trump's like first 100 days agenda, you know, after he's reelected. These people are just sick and vile human beings saying these things, and the media is also just like that. They're reporters saying it, and then they want to claim that they're neutral. Yeah, okay. You're as neutral as I am green. And obviously I'm not green. That was just thought of in the top of my head, and that sounded stupid. But you know what? Whatever. I don't care what people think. You guys can't do that. You guys need to show him respect. He's the president of the United States, for God's sake. You know? And what really baffles me is how stupid the left is. I'm sorry, but you guys are just so brain dead. The more you disrespect him and wish him the worst, the more his polls climb. The more votes he's going to get, and the more sympathy he's going to get. So, by doing what you guys are doing right now on Twitter and blowing stuff up, you're actually helping him get reelected when he needs it the most, because you know what? He probably won't be campaigning anytime soon. Most likely the debates will be canceled. He doesn't have to do all that now, because you know what? You guys are just handing him re-election by just wishing him the worst. So, bravo. So I'm not saying this because I'm trying to be a Karen or anything. I'm not saying it because I'm offended. But I'm saying it because I want him to get the respect he deserves, the respect any person deserves. And if you guys don't show him that respect, then okay, no problem. You guys are just making yourselves look bad. And you're making yourselves look stupid. And you're costing Joe Biden his campaign. So, how about you cut that shit out? And be respectful and just write, I wish you well. That's it. That's all you have to do. You don't even have to do that. You don't have to do anything. Just don't say anything. That's it. But coming out and wishing him like death and everything, like, thanks. You're gonna win us the election for that one. Thank you. Morons. Anyways, like I said, this video is going to be short, but let me know, please, how my mic is, because this is a new microphone I got. I want to make sure that, like, people can hear me now and everything. And, yeah, I'm going to show a video right now of President Trump when he arrived at Walter Reed. He gave people a quick little update. I'll show that video, and you guys have a good night, and we'll talk later. Peace.
I want to thank everybody for the tremendous support. I'm going to Walter Reed Hospital. I think I'm doing very well, but we're going to make sure that things work out. The First Lady is doing very well. So thank you very much. I appreciate it. I will never forget it. Thank you.